Well, that is what is at stake here in Stuttgart at the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix. First prize, potentially, a beautiful 911. And here is a reminder of our matchup. Venus Williams taking on Jelena Jankovic. A spot in the finals against Nadia Petrova at stake. Also at stake, important race qualifying points. You can see 5 women have qualified for the year-end championships. And you can see Venus Williams in at number 8, very much in the hunt. I'm Leif Shiras alongside Karina Morariu. And now it's time to get down to business. Venus Williams, ranked number 8 in the world, taking on the current world number 2 and the future world number 1. And this has the makings of something special. These two always seem to play close matches.
Well, they have contrasting styles, which is what makes this matchup so interesting. Venus with the huge serve, the power off the ground, the athleticism. Jankovic with the court savvy. She absorbs pace well, redirects the ball. She has the consistency that can bother Venus Williams.
Yeah, that is what has given Jankovic the edge in their head-to-head. As we look at how Venus reached the semifinal, you can see she really has not been troubled, and including that win over Dinara Safina that was just, the world number 3, she just dismissed her.
She's just been storming through the draw, and we talked about how happy she's been off the court and what a great mood she's been at, really enjoying herself, and that's translated to her performance on the court.
28 years of age, out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Just her second time playing here in Stuttgart. In fact, it was 1998 was the last time she played here, so she's had a 10-year hiatus from this event. It's now in a new arena, the Porsche Arena, and a chance for her to reach the finals for the first time. Of course, there's her dad, Richard, trying to find his way to his seat. Boy, and he's been a very recognizable face around here. He's been watching a lot of tennis, obviously watching all of Venus's matches, and today he'll watch Jelena Jankovic, just 23 years of age, out of Belgrade, who is having a remarkable season, having won already in Rome and the China Open finals in Miami. And you can see how consistent she has been, particularly in the slams.
Well, that's exactly what's taken her to the number 1 ranking. She'll regain that ranking after this week. She's been so consistent. She's had some small injuries here or there, but she's actually been able to play through them. And in this day and age, that's what makes a difference. If you can have the consistent results and play a full schedule, you're going to get up there in the rankings.
And she will become number 1 in the world without having won a Grand Slam title, which says so much about her consistency. So the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix, well, the last semifinal, it's coming up next. Williams and Jankovic. Leif Shiras and Karina Morariu here in Stuttgart, Germany, enjoying what we hope will be a very entertaining matchup. 2 top 10 players. Really some of the more exciting stars on the tennis scene, Venus Williams and Jelena Jankovic. And that is Jelena's coach in the white shirt, Ricardo Sanchez. Yeah.
Jelena wanting to get a racket strung.
Of course, she always seems to have a smile on her face. She really enjoys being out on stage, and she enjoys the competition. And a little bit of confusion here about the tension of the racket she wants. Sending the ball girls off to take care of that.
Sensing a little tension in the air in the Jankovic camp. Even the pre-match interview, she's looking for her mom. Yeah. She's waiting. Now the racket. She seems a little bit out of sorts.
Well, we mentioned that these two have met 7 times, and the last 6 meetings have all gone 3 sets. So I think we're expecting something close that's going to be a seesaw affair. Williams is playing well, but Jankovic's consistency will test the American.
Jankovic has the kind of game that can bother Venus Williams. She gets great depth. She moves the ball around. She's almost just as good of an athlete. So that presents a challenge for Venus. I think the biggest factor today for Jankovic is going to be her big toe. That toenail that she broke in the middle of her match yesterday, late in the second set. It was bothering her significantly during the warm-up. She wasn't moving much, but she said in that pre-match interview that she got an injection, probably to numb the toe. She seemed confident that she'd be fine for the match. That's a tough task. If you take away Jankovic's physical abilities,
yeah, she
she's
relies
in for
on
a
that.
long day, because that's really her weapon. I think her athleticism, her movement to the ball, her balance. I said this all day yesterday. I'm going to say it again today. This is always a sign for me that Venus is feeling confident when she's producing winners off this forehand side so consistently. You know, if you're Jankovic, it's going to be a tough day.
Could be a long day or a short day, depending on how Venus is finishing off the points. And you can see that she is really applying a lot of pressure. She's willing to come forward more than ever. So the first game on the board is a love service game. And she is really feeling it.
This is what she did so well yesterday. Her court positioning and her ability to move forward in the court, take balls out of the air. She looks much more balanced on that forehand side. We saw in that last point, two of my keys, the big serving, the keep coming in, and also the court positioning. She likes to position herself close to that baseline. Jankovic, absorb pace and redirect the ball. That's what she does so well. Good serve placement. She doesn't have the huge serve, but she can place the serve well and get Venus on the move. And also depth on the ground stroke. She wants to prevent Venus from coming in, push her back behind that baseline.
So 15 love on the Jankovic serve. And you can see what Williams is willing to do to the second serve. She's going to go for her shots, grab the advantage.